The American Indian Movement, also known as AIM, is a militant American Indian civil rights organization founded in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 1968 by Dennis Banks, Clyde Belcourt, Eddie Benton Benai, and George Mitchell. Later, Russell Means became a prominent spokesman for the group. Their mission was to publicize systematic issues against Native Americans, such as poverty, police brutality, continual oppression from colonialism, violent depopulation of the native inhabitants, and assimilation of the indigenous identity to the colonial mentality. In the 1950s, the U.S. government insisted on pushing a new policy of termination that literally sought to wipe out all rights and legal claims of Indian tribes originally granted during the 1800s. Then in the 1960s, Congress instead simply wrote new laws that invalidated many treaties, such as the Treaty of Fort Laramie, signed in 1851, which promised the Sioux Indian the right to their lands. The new laws made it easier for non-Indian settlers to follow in the footsteps of Lewis and Clark, who forcefully drove out and even murdered the natives to expand westward in what they called manifest destiny. After illegally breaking treaties and countless broken promises from the U.S. government, the undying spirit of the elders had enough, which set in motion the first demonstration from AIM at the occupation of Alcatraz from November 20th, 1969 to June 11th, 1971. More than 5,600 American Indians joined the occupation, some for all 18 months and others for just part of a day. The occupation of Alcatraz was an event that recognized American Indians as a serious and true civil rights group, which ultimately was a threat to American society. In 1972, AIM published a 20-point list to summarize its issues with federal treaties and promises. The list included statements that the American government provides opportunities for Indian leaders to address Congress directly. AIM tirelessly fought to restore the people throughout the decades. And on September 13, 2007, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Unfortunately, due to continuing dissension, AIM split into two factions in 1996.